A review of plastic surgery for men includes jaw implants, cheek fillers, and fat transfer. But if I clench my teeth and squint my eyes, I can pretty much get the same effect. Plus, I can save $100,000. Talking to a young person recently said life is going pretty good. It goes pretty good when you're a young person, and it keeps going like that for a long time. Life is like being in a cakewalk. They keep pulling out chairs, but there are a lot of chairs. There always seems to be a place for us until there isn't anymore. Welcome. Welcome to Sunday Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Sunday Coffee Hour, we talk about everything and nothing. This Sunday, we talked about Joel Osteen having a good day, not being so sure, and if you're not growing, then you're dying. The readings at Washington National Cathedral were from Acts. Let it be known to you. And from Romans. Why does everyone always want to talk to our Father? The gospel reading was from John. Tell it to Jesus, but listen for the Holy Spirit. The sermon at Washington National Cathedral was by Randy Hollerith. Randy said, Pentecost is the birthday of the church, and the Holy Spirit gives us the power to follow Christ. We deny Christ 3 times without the power of the Holy Spirit. It's the difference between hearing the good news and sharing it. The Holy Spirit gives us the power to do that. Randy retraced the history of Rome and paganism. Christianity is countercultural because it's about serving instead of being served. The world is pretty much defined by the world, and we often define Christianity by the world as if the world cares. We want to make the world look bad by being pretty good, but the world is really good at making us look ridiculous in the process. Randy said people in Washington, D.C. are afraid of losing their jobs, and many have already lost their jobs. We need to fight fear and find our own Pentecost. Randy said it can seem like paganism is taking over the world. None of us cared about paganism until it became aligned with a political party we don't like. 2,000 years ago, we were looking for a political solution, and we're still looking for one. Christianity started out by aligning itself with paganism. Later, the state aligned itself with Christianity. In our own time, how we vote has been aligned with the idea of being a good person. The world and paganism are still happily married. Christ isn't waiting for that to change. He's waiting for us to change. At St. James Cathedral, the sermon was by Lisa Hackney James. Lisa said, sometimes we're preparing for a celebration and something else arrives instead. That's what Pentecost is all about. It's a traditional Jewish festival celebrating 40 days after Passover. Suddenly, we get a gush of wind and the Holy Spirit arrives. The Holy Spirit has always been with us. We just never heard it before. It's about hearing and being heard. It can be very disruptive. Words often get in the way. Having the words to speak that people can hear comes from the power of God. When this happens, we notice people who are different than us, and we can see and hear them. White people just assume we're heard and seen, and we just assume it's our job to see people who are not like us. But that's the vanity of us not being God. God sees and hears everyone because he's God, not because we're black or white, gay or straight, rich or poor. Lisa said St. James is doing their thing of not seeing who they want to see, but letting God see who he wants to see through us. Constitutional expert and a friend of mine, Paul Engel, occasionally reminds me that there's a lot of stuff that we think is in the Constitution and in the Bible that's not there. The Constitution and the Bible, it's not a philosophy, it's the law. It's kind of shocking because we've been sold on the idea that it's all open for interpretation. It's the postmodern world that we've all been thoroughly indoctrinated with. We believe we can know all things and fix all things in this physical world. And that, in fact, that's all there is the physical world. It doesn't say that in the Bible or the Constitution. It says we're all seen and heard. We extrapolate from that all the things that we're right about and all the things that everyone else is wrong about. That's what the world tells us, but it's not what God tells us. If we think we're going to be a success at making the world look bad, we're going to be disappointed. The world justifies itself by the world, being in the world and not part of the world, yet craving the validation of the world, then we've already lost the battle. Consciousness is base. Physical reality is based on our own perception. It's a lifetime of perception that creates the beliefs which get in the way of hearing God and being heard. We become a fossilized version of ourselves. We all want to think we're doing a good job in this lifetime. Like the world, we're all pretty good at spinning our stuff in our own favor. When we cash out of this life, chances are we're going to feel pretty good about it. Our life will be a success, and God will also see it as a success, just not for the same reason. If you would like to join us at Sunday Coffee Hour, Sunday Coffee Hour is every Sunday at 12 noon Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. Be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.